All right, so let's get into it. I wanted to show y'all something. If you look right here on the bottom, where you're seeing the numbers change, the $81,396.89. Okay, so let's talk about this short squeeze that just happened. So basically what you were told was the individual just took $525 million and shorted Bitcoin, which means that he was betting on the price to go down. Now, if you're looking at this order book, because that's what this is called, when these numbers are changing, they have specific orders. Because if you can see, the amount on the left side on the top is changing with every price. What that's letting you know is these are people that are trying to buy and sell specific amounts of whatever asset that you're looking into. So right now we're looking at the Bitcoin chart. So what this first line on the top right here is telling me is $81,329. Now it's changing, but just that quick. So that top line is showing you that price over there, what they're trying to buy. And the left side is trying to show you how much of that in that amount that they're trying to buy. So that it's giving you an idea of the psychology of the people that are trying to invest in that asset at that moment. If you see in the order book, a lot of people pushing the price up because they're trying to buy a lot of quantities of the same asset, that's eventually going to bring that price up. In the case of the short squeeze, pretty much what happened was we're thinking that the individual had a Bitcoin long, meaning that they were betting that Bitcoin was going to go up in the future. And it had been sitting for quite some time. And what we believe what happened was, with them getting some new information about Bitcoin's price dropping, they knew that that long was going to lose them money, if not already losing them money. So instead of them taking a large loss, what they ended up doing was, if we announce a large sale of Bitcoin, that's going to allow people to stop and think about them buying Bitcoin. Because here it is, you have a quote unquote whale that is selling Bitcoin and nobody knows why. And with it being such a high dollar amount, there has to be a reason. The average investor not paying attention, they're probably not even going to look into why. They're just not going to buy Bitcoin. They're going to wait until, somebody tells them to buy Bitcoin. And we believe that's exactly what happened. With him doing that, he ended up getting a lot of attention on Bitcoin to where the people that were buying weren't buying as much. So in essence, what happened was, we're thinking with him having that long situation already locked up in place, in order for him to cut his losses or at least make some money, he needed that price to come down to a point that would allow him to get out of his longing position without taking a hit. The best way for you to do a situation like that is exactly what he did. Let me get attention to the markets, put psychology out there that makes people believe that you have a lot of money that's shorting this asset. So that way they'll come in and do the same thing, which is going to be my exit liquidity. Exit liquidity is pretty much the other side of whatever you're trying to do in a trade. So again, if you're noticing, looking at these numbers, because they're still moving, if you're noticing how you're looking at these numbers, that number is at 81,608. Well, it just jumped up to 611. And you can notice that there's only 9.8 Bitcoin on that last transaction. If you have 100 Bitcoin, you're not going to be able to sell it all at the same price at the same time. You're going to have to sell it in increments. And he knew that if he would have tried to sell at that point in time, that price would have had to continuously going up and up and up, because so many there were not enough people at the price target that he needed to sell that many Bitcoin that he held. And I know this might sound a little challenging. I might see if I can break down an in-depth video and go about this a little bit more further, but that's pretty much what it was. He's seen that his long position, the position that he thought Bitcoin was going to go up, wasn't going to work. And instead of him taking the loss, he allowed the general public to get in the situation, bring the price down. And while we're bringing the price down, he's buying back at that cheaper price. He made $7 million. And a lot of people were saying, like, he only made $7 million. Yeah, but he probably could have lost close to 50, 75, if not more. So going from a 50 to potentially $75 million loss or more to a $7 million win is a good thing in anybody's book. But I just wanted to give you all an insight as to what's going on with these markets, how things are working, and definitely pay attention to your crypto right now. Things are getting live. You have any questions, any concerns, please drop it. You know where we at, and we are. Let's get it.